Welcome back at the Manual JV tournament here at Memorial today. This is the final game for the Lancers here. They're playing Memorial Blue, I believe. North Blue. We'll find out in just a second. Old Abe, yeah. Old Abe is Memorial. So yeah, they're playing the Memorial Blue team they haven't faced before. Right now, I believe they are leading 7-5. That is my belief. We'll find out here shortly. Olivia's serving. She's been serving for a good little while. Sorry I couldn't bring this to you right away. My phone was almost entirely dead because I can't figure out how to charge it here. And yeah. Scores 8-5. Lancers are leading. That is what it is right now, and that is now 9-5. Olivia will get to serve again. She's been doing a good job of that here. I think she's been serving. Don't know about the entire time for the Lancers, but while I was getting this set up, I noticed she was serving for quite a while. A great serve there by Olivia. Hard rocket right to the libero. 11-3. Lydia manages to get her fingers on that, but that was probably actually a bad thing for the Lancers there, as that slowed down the ball. It fell down right behind her, and although they all dove into the middle to try and get it off the ground, it was too late. 15's going to serve again. 15's going to serve here for Memorial. I should have a piece of paper around here somewhere that tells me their names, but I don't, so we're just going to have to go off numbers. And great job there by the Lancers of returning that. I don't know what it was from the ball to Old Abe. Nice hard spike block there by the Lancers. Scores 10-6, Lancers leading, and Lydia's going to come up here to serve now. She had some great serves in one of the matches earlier and has been doing pretty well all day. See if she can keep that up. Nice serve, and that will be an ace for Lydia. She has to be 20, almost up to 20 or more aces here today. So great serving from Lydia today so far. See if she can do it again. Score is now 10-7. Lance is leading, I believe. Another great serve by Lydia, her second ace in a row here. First of this match. This will be a full match, so they will play up to 3 games to determine who can win. Best out of 3. Her third serve is good. However, Memorial does manage to receive this one. They get it back over. Lydia bumps it up. Sheridan setting up Marnie for a spike. Her spike's good. The libero, number 2, receiving it. Number 11, can Boy get it over? No, she cannot. And the Lancers will pick up their 12th point. Score 12-8. I think. Lydia's serve is good once more. That's her 4th, I believe. Libero. Free play here for the Lancers. Lydia to Sheridan. Over to Katera with a spike to the back row. Received by the libero. 12 setting up 12 for a hard spike. Too hard, in fact, and out of bounds it goes. Almost out of the door. Lydia's going to get, this has to be getting on to her 4th or 5th serve, I think. Another rocket right to the back row. 20 receiving it. 22. 12 bumps it over. Free play. Lydia to Sheridan, who's setting up Kari for a spike. Kari's spike is good. However, the back row is ready for it. 11 to Lydia. Lydia's bumping it up. Sheridan over to Marnie. Marnie's spike rolls off her hand wrong and into the net. Good playing, however, for the Lancers so far. They do have a 4-point lead. Sarah Heinze coming in for Olivia Thorough. A serve from number 4 there. A nice serve, but Lydia's ready to receive it. Kari's going to try and tip it over, but that was not going to be. Oh. I don't know if anyone gained a point or not there. I missed what happened. I believe that Old Abe gained a point there. A receive from Marnie. Wow, she let that one get right up close to the ground. Lydia does get a spike off, but hits it way too hard and off to the side, and out of bounds it goes. Lancers seem to be losing some of their momentum, and from the score, it appears to be a pretty close game so far here. Sarah to Sheridan. Sheridan's set goes over the net. However, the Lancers are ready to fight for it at the net, and they manage to get it to fall on Memorial side, Lancers will pick up another point as Marnie comes back to serve. Score is 13 to should be 14 to 12, I believe. Lancers leading. Marnie's serve is good. 22 set over there. Marnie setting it up. Katera over to Sheridan. Sheridan with a nice spike. 20 spike across the court, and it does land inbounds there. Nice cross-court spike there by number 20. Well placed. Nice look across the court. That's always where you want to try and spike it. I mean, powerful spikes are worth a lot, but I think even more useful are the well-aimed ones. Lancers had all moved too close to that one corner as the play progressed and couldn't get back in time. 14 with a nice serve over to the side. Lydia's pass goes over to Memorial side, who immediately return it. Lancers managed to get it back on to Memorial side. Nice job by 22 with that falling backward spike. Marnie setting up Kari for a hard spike. She comes in, and 20 does dive for it under the net, but it is too late. And the Lancers will gain another point. I believe it is 15 to 13, but the board says 14 to 13, so I could be wrong. Sarah's going to come in and serve. Maybe it's only 14 to 13. I might be wrong. We had something called, we're going to have someone in the net or a double. No, I think that was a double hit. Oh, Sarah's serve off there. I think she missed the ref whistle, was wondering if she could serve or not, and just got out of rhythm there. It's always a danger of. Lancers are possibly down now, which doesn't make sense to me, but if the scoreboard's right, the Lancers are down 1 point. Scores 15 to 14 as number 2 comes in for a serve. Nice serve, Sarah to Marnie. Ooh, I don't know what happened to that spike from Sheridan. Seemed to like hit the side of her hand or something odd. Went flying off into the out of bounds. Now down 2 are the Lancers. They would really like to win this first game, I'm sure. It removes a lot of the pressure for the second one. Olivia over to Marnie. It's going to be a free play for Old Abe here. What can they make of it? 13 has to tap it over. Not quite a free play. Nice job there by Sheridan of keeping it on the opponent's side of the net. 22 coming in for a hard spike, and 2 of the Lancers do get their hands on it, but they can't change the momentum enough in order to get it to go back over the net. Point for Old Abe. Old Abe now leads by 4 points. Oh, that scoreboard? I've been looking at the wrong scoreboard the entire time. I figured they would use the scoreboard. Closest to the game, but they're using the one across the court. In which case, I think we're leading by a lot. Scores 19 to 8. Yeah, it suddenly changed a lot because I found the right scoreboard, so. Scores 19 to 8. We're up. So we need 6 more points. They need 1 more to reach 10. Something happened while I was learning that I didn't know which scoreboard to look at. 11 with a nice hard serve to the back row. Kari receiving it. Marnie coming up to set up Olivia for a hard set to the back row. Libero receives it. 22 with a spike. Nice job by Kari of getting that one back up after the blockers took most of its velocity away. Ooh, Lydia almost went up to hit that. Didn't think she could let it go over, but she'd thrown everyone off by then, and the Lancers did struggle to try and get it back up, but to no avail. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Lancers. Score is 19 to 10. Lancers leading by 9. They have, however, seemed to lost their momentum, so while they do have a pretty commanding lead, they can't get too complacent here because, if I'm not mistaken, North Blue. I don't think they've actually won a game yet today, but they definitely still have potential here. I mean, they were down. They had to be down like 5 points, even though I wasn't looking at the score a little bit ago, and they have made up a bunch of points here in the last few minutes. So Lancers definitely can't afford to just sit this one out here. They definitely still need to show up and play well here. Sheridan to Marnie. Over to Olivia. Olivia's spike is received by 14. 22 with a hard spike and too hard. It comes all the way into the bleachers. That'll be a point for the Lancers. They now only need 5 more to take this first game, and Sheridan will be serving. Sheridan serve, also in the net. Not what the Lancers were necessarily looking for. Old Abe now only needs 9 more points to catch up, which is still a lot, but it is doable. .22 with a nice hard serve. Sarah did get a hand on it, but the ball was unable to be controlled from there on. And another point goes to Old Abe. .22 is going to be serving yet again. This time Kari gets under it, gets it right to Sheridan. Sheridan over to Lydia, hard spike. Nice dig by the libero on Old Abe's team. Sheridan setting up Marnie this time. Another save by the libero there. However, she puts it too close to the net, and her team cannot extract the ball from its plummet to the earth. And so the Lancers will pick up another point. The score is 21-12. Lancers leading as Olivia comes in to serve. Olivia, if I believe, had a really nice serving run at the beginning of this game. See if she can pick that up again here. Lancers needing 4 more points. The ball is returned to the Lancers side of the court here. Sheridan setting up Sarah Fox all the way across the court. However, the back row is ready for that spike from Sarah. 20 with a really hard spike. It crests the net onto the Lancers side. However, after Kari got it up, Lydia was able to spike it back to Memorial's side. Sarah coming in with a beautifully placed spike right in the corner, and although the libero dives towards it, she is unable to keep it from hitting the earth, and that will be a point for the Lancers. 3 more needed now. Olivia serving again, another great serve, falling fast, but libero is able to get underneath it. 4 comes in for a back row spike. Kari keeps it in the air. Sheridan to Lydia. That was well played by the Lancers there. Nice hustle. And that one was unable to be lifted over the net there by Old Abe. And so another point to the Lancers. They only need 2 more. We have a sub coming in, Miranda for Lydia. Olivia is going to serve again here. We're waiting for something. Here we go. And here goes Olivia's third serve. Ooh, and it is in just barely. Nice serve there by Olivia. An ace for her. I don't know how many she has in this game or today, but she's been serving quite well. First match of the day, she had an amazing serving streak. After that, she had a bit of trouble getting it over the net for a while, but she's gotten it back now, and she has to have scored a lot of the points for the Lancers today. That hit didn't quite come off her. The ball didn't quite come off her hand fast enough. Their Lancers need 1 more point, however, whereas Memorial needs a lot. Score is 24-13. So while it is possible for Memorial to come back, I do not see it happening. But we're about to find out here as number 15 comes in for a serve. Her serve is good, received by Olivia. Sheridan. Ooh, Sarah Fox trying to tip it over, but unable to get it to crest the net, and it falls down on the Lancers side. 14-24, Memorial down 10, so they would need 11 points to even reach 25-12 to win. So it's still going to be a far shot, but it is possible. Sarah over to Sheridan. Nice job there by Miranda, sending that over to their side, and a spike there from 24 will end up in the net, and that will be the first game here of this match. This will be best out of 3. So Memorial definitely has a chance to come back, but it's going to be hard with all the momentum they lost there in that first round. So we'll have to see. I'm going to take a break, go get a drink, and we will be back when the next match starts. Hello, I've been talking to no one for like 30 seconds. Score is 2-0. Lancers down. 3 coming in for a hard spike. Sarah manages to keep it in for the Lancers. Nice job by Sheridan of making sure that made it over the net. Another hard spike by 3, but it's too hard, out of bounds. And good job on the Lancers of seeing that. Nice job setting up 3 there twice in a row, but second spike just a bit too hard there, and the Lancers will be serving now. Score is 2-1. Olivia will be serving. She's had a couple of really nice serves so far this match. And here's a bit too hard there though. Overcompensated for her last one, which was a bit too light. Memorial now has 3 points to the Lancers 1. We have some subs coming in. And 15 will be serving for Old Abe's. Her first serve is good, well in, and Katera, while rushing forwards, can't quite get under it. And it will become another point there for Old Abe. Scores 4-1. 15's going to serve again here. Her next serve is is a lot harder than her last one. However, Kari's ready for the change. Nice job there by Marnie of putting that spike down right there, and that'll be a point for the Lancers after Old Abe hits it into the net and it falls to the ground. Lydia will be serving. She's had an incredible serving day today. See if she can keep that up here. Scores 4-2. Lancers down 2. If the Lancers win this game, they will win the match. This is their finals match. I went back and looked at the scoreboard. It turns out Memorial Purple, as this team is called, has won 4 of their games today, lost 2, whereas the Lancers have won 3, lost 2, and then they tied 1. I believe. No. I don't know. Somehow the Lancers seem to have 1 less game played than Memorial, which doesn't make sense. But anyways, it's all tied up here now. 4-4 as Lydia serves again. A good serve. 22 receives it. It's set up for a hard spike by number 3. However, that one goes to Olivia. Over to Kari. Kari spikes it back across the court. 22. Another setup. This time it's to 12. And Olivia chooses the right course of action by letting it go out of bounds there. Nice job by Olivia. I thought it was going to actually be in from over here, but I'm a long ways away. Lydia with another hard serve. Looks like it might go out of bounds, and it does. Nice hustle, however, by Old Abe, just even going after that one. Good try. Lancers have taken the lead for the first time in this second game. They did win the first game, and Lydia with a hard serve once more. However, 2 digs it nicely, and 4 manages to get it over. It's a free play here for the Lancers. See what they can do with it. Kari, another cross-court spike, but 22's ready to set it up. 4 has one of those sideways bump things, and it's too much for Olivia to control as it ends up out of bounds. It's all tied up at 5-5. We have some serves here. 14 coming in for 4, and 5 going in for 11. And 14 will be serving. We're waiting for something. I don't know what we're waiting for. Oh, I guess the Lancers are leading by 1 point here. Scores 6-6 there. 14 serve was just barely in there. Lancers thought it was out, but she managed to get it just on the edge here. She will get to serve again now. Second serve coming up. It's all tied up. Who will take the next point? Lydia receiving it. Sheridan. Olivia. 2 receives that spike from Olivia. 12 with a spike. Good job by Sheridan of keeping that one off the ground there. Marnie comes in for a spike, but 14's right there. Marnie blocked. Point for the Lancers. Good job by the Lancers of keeping that pressure on. The score is 7-6. Lancers up 1, and Marnie will be serving for the Lancers. Marnie's serve, off a bit, but it does make it in. And that'll be an ace for Marnie. Looked like it was going to curve out of bounds, but it managed to stay in. So well done there by Marnie. That would have been a hard one to receive just from how it traveled. So nice serve. Another one coming in. This one goes straight to number 3. 11, setting it way over, almost all the way into the other court. Probably not what she was going for there. Marnie will get a third serve off. Score is 9-6. Marnie serve coming in, 22. Oh, I don't know how Memorial got that over. Oh, it is going to be called a lift. Yep. Okay, I was going to say that was impressive that they managed to get that over, and it still is, but there is going to be called a lift, so the Lancers will pick up another point. They're up 4, score 6-10. Marnie gets to serve again. This time her serve does curve outside the candy cane sticks, and that will be a point for Old Abe. We have 21 coming in for 30, and it appears as though 21 will be serving here for Memorial. They need 3 points to tie this up, and Memorial does really want... Kari goes after that one, but tries to bump it with her chest rather than with her arms, and that does not end up with the ball going probably where she wanted it to. Score is now 10-8 Memorial. That one was tricky there. That serve by 21 was perfectly on the top of the net. Caught the tape, and then the net threw it straight down. Sheridan did get under it, but she got under it and sent it right back into the net, which returned the favor again. Another ace there for number 21. That's 2 in a row. Both Lydia and Olivia a bit too far forwards to receive that one, and it's all tied up 10-10. Lancers seem to be slowing down a bit here. They need to get right back into it if they want to have a chance of winning this. Old Abe doing a good job, though, of coming back into this. Gaining 5 points. And another ace. Old Abe's going to take the lead here. Lancers need to figure out what they're doing and just start. I don't know. I'm not a volleyball player. I don't know what they need to start doing here. 21, another hard serve. However, that one's just a bit into the net, and that might be the break the Lancers need here to come back into this. It's all tied up 11-11. See if Katera can regain some of the Lancers' momentum here as she serves for them. Her first serve way high and up, but it does fall inside the court. Nice job by Sheridan, beautifully placed, and a good job paying attention to the placement of the enemy team there by Sheridan. Opponents, they're not really enemies. That's a bit of an overstatement there. Another serve by Katera. She's almost lobbing them in there. That's not something you see very often. Good job by Marnie. Kari, can they get it in? No. Oh, and we had someone in the net perhaps too. We have some subs coming in. Sarah coming in for Katera. The Lancers, it's all tied up again, 12-12. Which does not seem like it. Maybe that. That's right. Serving is number 2. Number 2 serve goes straight to Sarah. Marnie setting up Sheridan for a nice spike, but a beautiful block by number 13. That was very good. However, the Lancers did an incredible job of keeping that ball alive. Sheridan gets it over. Number 2 receiving it. Coming in with a spike is number 21. 22. Marnie digging it. Karia back. Barely in the court. Very well played there on both teams, that volley. That block by number 13 after the well set up spike from Marnie, and then the Lancers managed to keep that block from hitting the ground, and then Kari's end to it. Just incredible. I don't know what happened there for Memorial, but they lost a point because of it. The score is 14-12. Lancers up 2 as Kari goes in to serve a second time. Kari's second serve is in, 22 receiving it. Set by 14, and there's a miscommunication between the Memorial players as the ball plummets towards the ground. Finally striking it and gaining the Lancers a third point. 15 points here to 12. That's all I'm going to say about that. 5, Kari receiving it. Marnie setting up Sheridan for a set over there. 13 with a spike, but Sarah Fox is ready to receive it there. Lydia coming under with a hard bump. I don't know how they do those. They seem so close to the net, and yet they curve them and get under them at the same time. Beautiful save by the Lancers. That was a very nice play. Besides that, in the end, they just gave it a bit too much force to get it over the net. Well, they gave it plenty of force to get it over the net, but too much, and it careened out of the court. Score is 15-13. Lancers leading 2 as number 11 starts to serve for Old Abe. Number 11 serve is good. Marnie setting up Lydia for a spike. Oh, and Lydia's spike very well placed there in between the front and the back row with only one back row player there, the libero. Although the libero did try hard to get that, she was unable to succeed, and the Lancers will gain another point. Score 16-13. Lancers leading as Sheridan takes a serve. 21 receiving it. 2 helps her out. 4 gets it over. Nicely played. Kari to Sheridan. Sheridan all the way over to Marnie. Marnie's spike is good. 11 does get a hand on it, saving it from hitting the floor the first time, but the second time there's no one around, and the Lancers will gain yet another point. Score 17-13. Lancers leading by 4. Sheridan's going to serve here for a second or third time. Her serve's good again. 22 with a nice setup. Over to 11. 4 with a hard spike, but Kari's ready in the back row. Sheridan over to Lydia with a spike. It's to 22. 22 passing it over to 11. Back to 22 for the spike. Olivia. Nah. Anyways, the Lancers got the point there. I ran out of words. 18-13. Lancers leading. Sheridan's going to spike it again, or serve it. I don't know what is wrong with my words today. Olivia to Sheridan, over to Sarah. 13 setting it to 11, over to 22 for the spike cross court. It's set up by Sarah. Lydia coming in for the hard spike it is, probably counting as a kill. 22 diving to keep it off the ground, and she does get under it, but to no avail, as there is too much forwards momentum on it, and it continues on out of bounds. Score is 19-13. Lancers leading by 6. I do math. Oh, and they better finish up this game here quickly because the phone's about to die. I've already had to switch phones once, so if the broadcast suddenly shuts off, that's probably why. Wow! Great save by the Lancers after another incredible block by number 13. I was saying in one of the games earlier, you don't see all that many blocks on the JV level. Ooh, that just cruel for Old Abe. A hard spike to the corner where nobody was, and that was right on the corner. Very well placed by Lydia. 5 more points, and the Lancers will take this somewhat finals game, and I don't know what their standing will be in the tournament after that, but they've definitely had a pretty good day, only losing 2 matches, both of which they then came back and won the second one of. So if it had been a full game, there would have been a third match afterwards, and they would have gotten to decide who won that way. But as it was, it ended more in like a tie, kind of. So Sheridan gets to serve again. She's been serving for a good while now, and she's had some pretty nice ones here. Old Abe playing 4 people in the back row. You don't see that very often, but that shows how much the Lancers serves are getting to them. 21 digs it, helped out by number 2. 4 gets the spike over. Sarah into the bench. Marnie save. Oh, Lydia can't quite set it over. Great save there by Marnie, hitting it over the head of her teammate sitting on the bench, but not quite able to finish that up. Lancers needing 5 more points here. Will they get them? 22's going to serve here. The serve is good. Oh, it is good, just barely. Very well placed there by 22. Lancers took the risk of thinking it was out, but it wasn't. Scores 20-15. 22 with another nice serve. This one's obviously in. Kari Sheridan with the surprise set over that. End up getting them a point. Nice play by Sheridan. We have 2 subs coming in for the Lancers. Hannah and Katera are both coming in. And Hannah will be serving, it appears, for the Lancers. That's her first time serving today. Lancers needing 4 more points, whereas Old Abe needs 9. we have seen some pretty good comebacks today. Nice serve there by Hannah. It seemed to just be floating in midair for a while. Good job by Kari of not letting that get to the back row where no one could have gotten it. And another point there after a spike by Marnie. Well played by the Lancers. Old Abe just seems to be losing it here at the end. They need to regain their momentum and come back into this hard. They definitely have the ability. We're just not seeing it here right now. We have some more subs coming in. There have been some great plays by both teams here so far. Old Abe has had their fair share too. I mean, the score is not that huge of a deficit. The score is 22-16. So they definitely have a chance here, and they get to serve this one. 15's going to be the one serving. A hard serve, probably out. Yep, that one was a bit too hard there. And in comes Lydia for Miranda. 2 more points here for the Lancers. Lydia's going to be serving. She's had some really powerful serves right to the back of the court today. They could definitely put Old Abe in a hard spot if she can get one of them off. Or she could just go for... Nope, she's going to hit a hard one right to the libero. 12. 4 comes in for a spike. Lydia's ready there in the back row. Sheridan setting it over to Kari, who sets it over. Does manage to get it in between the candy cane poles. 12 over to Sheridan. Marnie sets it over. It's going to be set up by 11 for a spike over by 3. Nice dig there by Sheridan. Oh, and Lydia running forwards to try and keep it alive is unable to get under it. And that will be a point for Old Abe. They're only down 6 points. However, the Lancers only need 2. This might be a close finish here. Remember, if the Lancers win this, they do take the match, where if Old Abe takes this, there is a third game. In which case, I don't know if my phone will make it. I might have to go find some other phone. Actually, this isn't even my phone. It's Lydia's phone. But Kari with a hard spike, and there's one of the 2 points the Lancers needed. Nicely placed there. Old Abe just making a bit too big of a gap in their center, which is an easy mistake. Lots of teams make it. Uno Mas here for the Lancers, and Marnie is serving. Number 1. Her serve is good. Number 5. It's almost blocked by the Lancers. Oh, nothing. Ref stops play. It's going to be a replay as a ball from the opposing game came into the court. Marnie's second serve is also good. 3-4. That I thought she had that, but it slips through her fingers and hits the ground. And that will be game. Lancers taking the victory here. And I can't tell you what the score was. I think it was 25-17. I think so. Yeah. I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. I think there is a home game perhaps this week, so we should be broadcasting that. If not, whenever there is, hopefully we'll be able to bring it to you. Goodbye.